Welcome to Grants Pass Nuggets American Legion Youth Baseball. Nuggets Baseball is live on gpnuggets.com and is produced by J-Re Sports and PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Welcome to Grants Pass Nuggets American Legion Youth Baseball and the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week. Grants Pass Nuggets Baseball online at gpnuggets.com is presented in part by Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions, People's Bank, Southern Oregon Sanitation, Riverside Ready Mix, Affordable Truck and RV, Grants Pass Tire Pros, CPI Copeland Paving, Jim Siegel Auto, Applegate Well Drilling, Evergreen Federal Bank, Mock Ford, Timber Country Coca-Cola, Les Schwab Tires, and by DNS Harley Davidson. Join us here on gpnuggets.com for all Area 4 League baseball games with the Nuggets. This is Grants Pass Nuggets American Legion Baseball. Now let's take you to the ballpark.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm Josh Eldridge. Welcome to the Grants Pass Nuggets American Legion Youth Baseball and GP Nuggets TV online at gpnuggets.com, powered by Les Schwab Tires and produced by J-Re Sports and PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Welcome to the Grants Pass Nuggets Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires. Tonight, it's do or die for the Nuggets as they look to keep the dreams of the playoff berth alive. The team in their way, the MEDFORD Mustangs. After a split last night here in GP against the Falcons, the Nuggets need a sweep here to find themselves in the Super Regional on Monday. And after dropping one earlier today, we'll see if they can try to bring it back and take one of two against the MEDFORD Mustangs. Last night against the Falcons, though, Grants Pass came away with a Game 1 victory, 11-8. But were shut out in a masterful pitching performance by Bailey Whitlock. They lost 3-0. Peyton Calabro of the Nuggets also pitched a gem, but was stuck with the hard luck loss in the nightcap. For Medford, they got swept last night in Roseburg. The Docs walked them off 5-4 in Game 1 and carried that momentum in Game 2 and pounded Medford 10-0 in 5 innings. Both these teams continue to fight for a playoff spot. Both teams have a lot to prove. Only 9 returning players between these two teams from last year's squads. So both couple young teams looking to prove a lot, and they have a lot to prove on. Grants Pass got to bounce back after the Game 1 loss. 11-6 was the final, and we're getting ready for first pitch here. Tyler Rund going to be the man on the mound for Grants Pass as we get things going. We'll start out with our Riverside Ready Mix starting lineups. We'll get through them right after this. As Tyler Rund again will be doing the pitching for the Grants Pass Nuggets. First pitch from Tyler Rund bounces and in the dirt to Darren Marsh, the leadoff hitter for the MEDFORD Mustangs. We'll start with the Riverside Ready Mix starting lineups for the visitors tonight, the MEDFORD Mustangs. Darren Marsh leading things off. He's in the box right now, getting ready for the second pitch. He watches that one go by, 2-0. Batting second is Bennett Thompson in left field. Designated hitter Ryan Sandoval hits third. Bennett Smith is playing first base and hitting cleanup for the Mustangs. Dylan Marsh hits fifth and in right field. Zach Ankeny bats sixth at shortstop. Taven Passy catches tonight, hitting seventh. Batting eighth is Jeremiah Huffman. Rounding out the order is Josh Baptiste at second base for the MEDFORD Mustangs. 3 balls and 1 strike. Lead things off, Darren Marsh. The 3-1 will bounce, so Darren Marsh will be on board to start things off. A leadoff walk here in the nightcap for the Mustangs. That'll bring up Bennett Thompson. Thompson is starting in left field tonight. A guy we might see on the mound as the night moves forward, but right now, again, in left field, hitting second in the Mustangs order. Thompson knocked the ball around a few times in the first game with an RBI and the, again, 11-6 victory over the Mustangs. Tyler Rund coming in with an ERA just a shade above 3.07 coming into the game, and that one will roll to the fence after the pickoff move. Marsh is going to end up moving to second. He rounds second. He's heading for third, and there's going to be a play. Marsh will get in there standing. So the pickoff attempt not working to plan, at least so far. Runner at third, nobody out here in the top of the first inning. Bennett Thompson still at the plate. He's up 1-0 in the count. Again, after Thompson, it's Ryan Sandoval, the designated hitter. Tyler Rund on the mound tonight. Again, I've mentioned the few times we've seen him pitch last year for the Nuggets. Was a extremely valuable asset out there on the mound. He fires that one in, is strike one. Took him a while to get things going, though, here in the 2019 campaign, but has since figured things out a little bit out there on the mound. Good strike thrower. Definitely has a lot of power in that fastball. Pulls a string on a good changeup in the curveball, sort of the third pitch he'll throw. Try to get batters out, as that'll be a ground out and an RBI for Bennett Thompson. The Mustangs strike first in this one, 1-0. That'll bring up Ryan Sandoval with one out here in the top of the first inning. We'll take a look now at the Grants Pass Nuggets defensive starting lineups. Behind the plate tonight for the Nuggets is Ike Gilliland. Has been behind the plate all year, and I'm sure we'll touch a little bit more about him as the night moves on. One of the best defensive catchers you'll find in our league. Down at third base, you're going to find Andy Lacey. Peyton Calabro. At shortstop, it's going to be Nick Bassendorf. At second, it's Sean Tobin. And at first, it's Jacob Memon. We'll get you the rest after this. From left to right field, it's Hollingsworth. In center, it's Dinkle. And in right, it's Peyton Anhorn. That one will stay fair in front of the mound. And as a matter of fact, it's going to skip off the infield grass and go foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning, 1 run already home. See what run comes with here at the 2-1. That was the big breaking ball. Gets a swing and a miss, and that'll, as a matter of fact, be strike 3. 2 outs in the inning.
First baseman, number 6, Bennett Smith.
That'll bring up Bennett Smith. A 1 to Smith is taken low. A ball and a strike evens things up. Tyler Rund fires in a fastball low in the zone, but called strike 2. We'll see what he comes with now. A couple of pitches to maybe play with here. Tyler Rund's got the good breaking pitch. We'll see what he uses here with the 1 and 2. Gets the sign, kicks and fires. He comes with a fastball, gets a swing and a miss to end the inning. 1 run comes home for the Mustangs, though. No base hits in the inning. They do lead 1-0 over the Grants Pass Nuggets. We head now to the bottom of the first inning. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires, GP Nuggets TV, live on GrantsPassNuggets.com.
Two wheels, a little time to cut loose. and some buddies who had your back no matter what. Remember those adventures? Maybe it's time to make some new ones. Introducing the new Roadster. Live your legend.
Take a test ride on a true American legend at DNS Harley-Davidson.
Welcome back to the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires, GP Nuggets TV. You're watching it live on GrantsPassNuggets.com. DNS Harley-Davidson night here at Agnew Lytle Field. Grants Pass, the All Sports Park. Buy one, get one free tickets tonight. Of course, this is the nightcap. Game 1 was already played, an 11-6 victory for the Medford Mustangs. But if you were at the ballpark earlier tonight, glad you could join us here for Game 2 on GP Nuggets TV, live on GrantsPassNuggets.com. Later in the broadcast, we're going to be joined by third-year Nuggets player Cade King in around the 4th inning. So, of course, stay tuned for that. He's going to join me up here in right next to Nuggets dugout, as a matter of fact, and call an inning or so with me. We look now at our Riverside Ready Mix starting lineups presented by Riverside Ready Mix. Leading off for the Grants Pass Nuggets is Tyler Rund. He's pitching tonight for Grants Pass. Hitting second is Nick Bassendorf at short. Peyton Calabro bats third at third base. Colby Dinkle is tonight's Southern Oregon Sanitation cleanup hitter in center field. Jacob Mehmet bats fifth at first base. Ike Gilliland bats sixth at catcher. Hitting seventh is Peyton Anhorn in right. Blake Hollingsworth is in left field, batting eighth, and rounding out the order is Sean Tobin at second base. Your Riverside Ready Mix starting lineups for the Grants Pass Nuggets. Tyler Rund settling in now as he lead things off here in the bottom of the first. Nuggets down 1-0. Tyler Rund, a base hit in the first game. Takes that one outside. Ball 1. Rund gets a hold of that one, and that one is sent deep into left field. Will bounce up off the wall right there. Tyler Rund hits that one too hard for a double, as that one ricocheted hard off the wall. He'll have to stay put at first. But a leadoff base hit for the Grants Pass Nuggets. They look to try to get something going here and even things up. Nick Bassendorf now stepping up to the plate. He's been on a bit of a cold stretch offensively, hoping to break things here in the final regular season game for the Grants Pass Nuggets. We'll take a look at things as far as the rest of the state goes as we move forward throughout the broadcast tonight. The first pitch from Shields, a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. The Grants Pass Nuggets sit in 5th place in Area 4 right now. The Mustangs right ahead of them in the 4th place spot. Both still trying to fight for that 4th place spot. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. A loss here would cement a playoff victory, or excuse me, a playoff spot for the Medford Mustangs. The 1-1 from Shields. Tyler Rund takes off, and it ricochets off Shields. He's going to gather and make the play, but now you got to wonder if he's okay. Coach Maben comes out to check on his pitcher out there. I'm sure Shields is going to be okay. It was a good hard hit ball right off the ankle. But he was able to gather the play and get Bassendorf at first, so it's going to be 1 out. The runner, Tyler Rund, moves up to second. So runner in scoring position now for Peyton Calabro. Calabro comes into tonight's game hitting .362, scorching hot at the plate throughout the season. He was a little bit of a late addition, came in after the league opener against Medford, but has been a solid asset to this team that only has 10 active players tonight in the final game of the season. So he's been moved around, left field, right field. He's played third base. He played first base the other night just for about a couple innings, waiting for a pitching performance. And that brings me to the other thing. He's pitched as Tyler Rund takes off for third, and he gets in there safely. No! A very late call, and they're going to get Tyler Rund trying to steal third. So Tyler Rund gets caught stealing. An 0-1 count to Calabro. Now has to start fresh. The pitch from Shields is a breaking ball that's hit foul. Two-strike count to Calabro. He swings through that one, sends a rocket into center field, going back, and that's going to land in the gap. Calabro rounds first and heads for second. He's going to get in there standing. A two-out double for Peyton Calabro. That's Calabro's 7th double on the year with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Now with an RBI opportunity, the cleanup hitter, Colby Dinkle. He takes the first pitch high. Other game in Area 4, only one other game tonight. Klamath Falls and Roseburg at Legion Field. The Falcons lead 1-0 after 2 innings against the Docks. Roseburg took the first game 7-4 against the Falcons, who the Nuggets split against last night. Ball and a strike now to Colby Dinkle, who came up with a big 2 RBI double in the first game. He takes that one low there. Dinkle coming into this at-bat, hitting .337. He struck out 13 times. The pitch from Shields swung on, fouled back. Will even the count at 2 with 2 outs and a runner at second base. Colby Dinkle with the big neon green bat. Now has to come in with a 2-strike approach, probably choke up a little bit and try to put something the other way. Shields is going to end up working out of the stretch with Calabro at second. He kicks and fires a slide step. Dinkle hits that one off the inside part of the bat, and it will be foul just by a couple inches down the first base line. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. After Dinkle, should he get the chance, is the power hitter Jacob Mehmet. Shields checks his runner, kicks and throws a curveball that's popped straight up next to first base, having enough room and unable to make the play. Medford first baseman Bennett Smith. Count remains tied at 2 with 2 outs, runner at second after Smith was unable to make the play behind first base. Shields comes set. Fires through that one. Dinkle will foul it off once more. I mentioned Klamath Falls and Roseburg. Klamath Falls is hosting the state tournament that takes place July 27th through the 31st at Kiger Stadium. The Mustangs won their season series with the Falcons 3-1. The Falcons' one win coming last night in a 3-0 win. They shut out the Nuggets in 7 innings. Dinkle staying alive. Really making Shields work out there. Probably close to the 9th pitch in the at-bat by now. Dinkle is really making him work. The 2-2 once more. And Dinkle will call time. Blake Shields from South Medford. He serves up one right down the middle and making the jumping play at short to end the inning. Zach Ankeny, one of the better defensive shortstops you'll find in Area 4, ends the inning. The Nuggets leave one stranded, 2 base hits in the inning. They trail 1-0. Head now to the top of the second. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires. GP Nuggets TV live on GrantsPassNuggets.com. Welcome back to GP Nuggets TV, live on GrantsPassNuggets.com. We now take a look at our Timber Country Coca-Cola standings in Area 4, courtesy of Timber Country Coca-Cola. Again, as we mentioned, the Eugene Overhead Door Challengers are the league champions this year after taking the game against the Willamette Valley Titans last night. They finished with a 16-4 league record, 32-12 overall. The Willamette Valley Titans have clinched their super regional spot. They'll be hosting a team. We'll get a little bit more about how those shape up after this, but they finished 15-5, 25-13 overall. The Roseburg Dock Stewarts are now 9-10. They are 23-16 overall. The Medford Mustangs are also 9-10, 24-20. The Grants Pass Nuggets 6-13. The Klamath Falls Falcons 3-16 as well. That one will be fouled back. Tyler Rund still out there for the Nuggets. 0-1 from Rund. That one sails to the backstop. Dylan Marsh, the right fielder, batting fifth tonight for the Mustangs. He steps in. And as we took a look at those standings, you might as well take a look at the rest of Oregon. A couple teams you might think of as Marsh goes down on strikes. One out in the inning. The Bend Elks wrap up a 3-game series against Yakima on the road. Mention the Bend Elks, of course, because former Nugget from last year, Vinny Savolta, playing for the Elks. Again, they wrap up a 3-game series against Yakima that started a couple days ago, yesterday, and wrapping up the series tonight as Tyler Rund starts things off with a ball to Zach Ankeny. Getting to minor league baseball, the Eugene Emeralds are in the middle of a 6-game series with the Hillsboro Hops. They play 3 in Eugene, 3 in Hillsboro. Their last series ended with an 8-1 victory over Boise, who plays the Salem Kaiser Volcanoes tonight. Rund having a bit of trouble, 3-0 to Zach Ankeny. Looks like Gilliland might need a new glove. Tyler Rund breaking Gilliland's glove. Something you don't see every day. And getting a game ball back in there. Tyler Rund, one of the few guys you'll see on the Nuggets that's a pure strikeout pitcher. You don't see him pitch to contact a lot. He's got the stuff to put guys away. Definitely the opposite of guys like Peyton Calabro, who, again, I mentioned got the hard luck loss the other night, last night against Klamath Falls in the second game. Yeah, and he really did. I mean, he only gave up 3 runs. He made one mistake all night. It was a pitch to Drew Rabel that ended up over the left field fence, a 2-run home run. But Calabro pitched an extravagant game last night, too. Figured I might as well mention that one again, and it looks like that's going to be ball 4. Second walk surrendered by Tyler Rund. Will bring up Taven Passy, the catcher tonight for the Medford Mustangs. But back to my point, Tyler Rund, he'll strike you out, but as opposed to guys like Calabro, pitch to contact. That's why Tyler Rund can be so dominant. Ankeny takes off. That one in the dirt. The tag applied, and they got him. I've said it once already, just introducing him. I'll say it again for Ike Gilliland, the Nuggets catcher. Probably the best defensive catcher you'll see in our league. It was able to stop a fastball there and then throw him out at second. Ike definitely up there in terms of defensive catchers, maybe in the whole state. That one's hit hard down the first base line. Will be foul. Ball and a strike to Passy. That one hit hard to first base again. Mehmet with a hot hand at first, able to glove that one for the third and final out of the inning. Medford Mustangs, no runs, no hits, no runners left on here in the top of the second. We now go to the bottom half. The Nuggets try to get back this 1-0 lead Medford Mustangs have. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires, GP Nuggets TV, live on GrantsPassNuggets.com. Five, six, seven for the Nuggets, two up here in the bottom half of the second. That's Mehmet, Gilliland, and Anhorn as they try to get back this one run. The Medford Mustangs lead 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Still on the mound is Blake Shields from South Medford High School, graduating next year. See what Mehmet can get started here. He came away with a pretty good snag to end that last half inning. We'll see what he can do now with the stick in his hands and hopefully try to get something started for the Nuggets. Notice Grants Pass, if you followed us last year, kind of wearing their throwback jerseys with the dark blue and the T in Nuggets, kind of like a pickaxe. That's the jerseys they wore last year. Last night changing it up as well with the red ones. It's going to be a little bit tough to see, but once Mehmet gets up, right-handed hitter, you'll be able to see the writing on the jersey. But those are the throwback jerseys, what they wore last year. So Mehmet steps in to start things in the bottom of the second. First pitch from Shields, an off-speed pitch that Mehmet drives the other way, but it will be foul. 0-1. Shields continuing to work out of the stretch here. That'll be fouled back. Apologies, Brady Buchanan coming in for the Medford Mustangs. New arm after just one inning. Brady Buchanan from North Medford High, graduating this past spring. So taking over for Shields. We'll get you his totals right after this. Only pitching one inning. Shields, he gave up 2 hits. And that's about it. No strikeouts, no runs come across, no walks. So Shields only pitching 3 outs. And now Buchanan finds himself 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one's hit on the ground. Baptiste comes up with it, throws it on the run, and Mehmet grounds out to begin things in the bottom of the second. Ike Gilliland now batting 6th in the lineup. Usually number 5, now number 4 with the throwback jerseys. Gilliland, I've mentioned, a great defensive catcher and also hitting right around 300 as he goes around right there. So hitting 300 and a great defensive catcher, and hitting 300 for a catcher is, generally considered very, very good. He's going to chop that one foul. Will be 0-2. Buchanan, a different arm slot than we saw from Shields. Buchanan, not necessarily a submarine, but definitely more of a sidearm kind of motion. Gilliland gets a hold of that one, sends it into right field in the air, and that one will get down. Foul, just foul. Waiting on deck is Peyton Anhorn, the youngest Nugget, graduating in 2021, is Anhorn, starting in right field tonight. Try the 0-2 again to Gilliland. He gets a hold of that one and sends that one foul into the parking lot. Oh, 0-2 once more. We'll see what Gilliland looks for here. He's done a great job fighting off the two-strike pitch a few times already in this at-bat. Gets one more. That one's a breaking ball sent up the middle. Baptiste gloves it, throws to first, will be in time. Baptiste staying busy out there. That's back-to-back ground balls to second. And that'll bring up number 2, Peyton Anhorn. The first pitch to Anhorn. He gets a hold of that one and will send it down the right field line. Will be foul again. The Nuggets have run into a couple that have just gone foul. Tough break, says that'll be 0-1. That one will miss slow to Anhorn. On deck, the left fielder, Blake Hollingsworth. Changeup finds the zone to Anhorn. He's down a ball and 2 strikes in the count with 2 outs in the inning. See what Buchanan digs for here. Got a chance to waste a couple pitches. We'll see if he goes right after him. The breaking ball is hit to third. Ranging over, making the throw. A close play that Anhorn beats out. An infield single. Third base hit of the night for the Nuggets. And that'll bring up Blake Hollingsworth. Came up with a big RBI double in game 1. Hollingsworth, a guy who you won't necessarily always see in the starting lineup as far as, batting goes, but he told Coach Weiss, he said, I want to be in the lineup today. And so far, he's come through pretty big. Again, the RBI in game 1. Hollingsworth continuing to do well at the plate. The 0-1 to Hollingsworth. He watches that one for strike 2. Hollingsworth only 12 at-bats. Well, 13 as of yesterday, and he's only had a couple hits, but the 0-2, he swings and sends that one chopped down to third. He's got a chance to beat that one out. Ankeny bobbles it, and an infield single for Blake Hollingsworth. Back-to-back 2-out hits for the Nuggets have them in business. The bottom of the order, Sean Tobin, number 9 hitter, has got a chance to try to make some noise and even this thing up as Blake Hollingsworth gets aboard with an infield single. He's on first, and at second, it's Peyton Anhorn. Tobin takes strike 1. Ball 1 to Tobin. Sean coming to this at-bat, hitting just a shade over 300, 305. He swings through that one for strike 2. Tobin came up with a couple big RBIs in Game 1 against Klamath Falls yesterday. But as with the rest of the Nuggets lineup was held silent. That's a line drive, and it's going to find its way into right field. Anhorn rounds third and comes home. An RBI single for Sean Tobin, and he advances on the throw. Back to back to back, 2-out singles. Got the Nuggets a run. We're tied now, 1 apiece in the bottom of the second. Top of the order now, the power hitter, Tyler Rund. Hoping to help himself out a little bit on the mound. He's got 2 runners in scoring position. Sean Tobin at second, and at third it's Blake Hollingsworth. We'll see what he can do now here. Still 2 outs in the inning, but the runners are out there for him. He's going to take strike 1 there. Rund singled in the first, but was caught stealing to be the second out in that inning. That was against Blake Shields. Now he's got to do it against Brady Buchanan. The 0-1, he gets under that one. It's going to stay in the infield. Zach Ankeny will call everyone off and make the catch, the third and final out of the inning. 1 run comes across for Grants Pass. 3 hits in the inning. They leave 2 stranded. We're tied at 1. So we head to the top of the third. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires, GP Nuggets TV, live on GrantsPassNuggets.com. Welcome back to the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires. 8-9-1 for the Medford Mustangs. We're tied at 1 as we are in the top of the third inning between the Nuggets and the Medford Mustangs. If you're just joining us, it's been a low-scoring affair so far. Tyler Rund has gotten through the first couple innings pretty much unscathed. Hasn't given up a hit yet, but run has come across. It's unearned. He's struck out 3 and walked 2 so far. We've had 2 different pitchers for the Medford Mustangs. Buchanan couldn't get out of his first inning of work without giving up a run. The Nuggets already have 5 hits in this game. The 20th and final league game of the season for both of these teams. For the Medford Mustangs, they're still trying to find where they're going to end up in the state playoffs. For the Nuggets, though, they're still trying to fight for a spot. There might be a possibility where they could come out with a playoff spot. We'll see. But without a victory tonight, they will miss the playoffs for the first time in quite some time as Tyler Rund fires in a strike there. It'll be fouled off. That one will miss high. Jeremiah Huffman, Josh Baptiste, and Darren Marsh. Again, that's 8-9-1 for the Mustangs against the hard-throwing right-hander Tyler Rund. The 2-1 misses low, 3 balls and a strike. We'll see if Huffman has the green light for anything he likes. Coach Maben hasn't given any signs, so Huffman will have to decide for himself. Tyler Rund with the 3-1. That one is sent in the air and into right field. Will get down for a leadoff base hit. A big turnaround first. Huffman going to stay put, though. Leadoff single. First hit of the night for the Mustangs comes in the top half of the third. That brings up the second baseman, Josh Baptiste. Baptiste coming up with a couple key base hits in the big victory for the Mustangs earlier. See what Rund can do now out of the stretch. Pickoff move back to first. Huffman going to get back safely. Strike called on Baptiste, 0-1. Rund comes back onto the rubber here. Another move back to first. They're worried about Huffman being on the move. Oh, 2 to Josh Baptiste. Tyler Rund. Fastball high and out of the zone. Pardon me, not a strikeout there. We'll miss for ball 1. The only run for the Medford Mustangs has been unearned so far. Only one base hit, and he's sitting at first in Jeremiah Huffman. That one will miss low and in the dirt. Count runs even now at 2. We'll see what they decide to do with Huffman at first, if he'll be on the move here. He's getting a good-sized lead. Good opportunity here for Huffman to maybe get a jump. And Rund is conscious of it. He'll make a move back to first. The 2-2 from Rund is high, a fastball. Will run the count full. Full count, nobody out. Runner on first. Rund is going to decide to step off here. The catcher, Gilliland, getting his signs from Coach Sanford in the dugout. We'll see what he comes up with here. The full count pitch one more time. That one will miss low. Credit to Baptiste there, was down 0-2 and comes back and works a walk. That'll be runners at first and second. The meeting at the mound. I'd like to thank Oregon California Supply, your home for construction, logging, rigging, and fire hydraulic lines and fittings. Oregon California Supply, next to Wild River Pizza in Grants Pass. Back to the top of the order for the Mustangs is Darren Marsh. Marsh showing bunt. Runner on the move. They throw down to third. No tag applied. So now 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. Tyler Rund going to really have to dig deep here to try to find a way to get out of this jam. A base hit and a walk and then a double steal. Trying to have the Mustangs in business here as they are tied at 1. The Mustangs a prime opportunity to try to take the lead. A breaking ball is called a strike. 2-1. Darren Marsh. Again, he walked his first time through and then came around to score off a couple of errors. The 2-1 from Rund. A fastball swung on and missed. Throw to first in time for the first out. Fourth strikeout of the game for Rund. Four strikeouts against 3 walks for Tyler on the mound. Bennett Thompson, who grounded out his first time through, but he did bring home an RBI, a prime opportunity now to add 2 more to that. He takes ball 1. Thompson now waiting the 1-0. Gilland awaiting his sign, relaying it to Rund. The 1-1, a breaking pitch. Good location, but will miss inside. 2-1. Bennett Thompson, South Medford High School, graduate of 2021, same as Peyton Anhorn. He's a junior to be from South Medford. So ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike to Tyler Rund. Rund has only given up 1 hit in this game, and he's sitting out there at third base. Huffman is the go-ahead run. He comes back in. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out in the inning. 2 runners in scoring position. The 2-strike pitch from Rund gets him looking for strike 3. Two outs in the inning brings up Ryan Sandoval. Sandoval struck out his first time through. Tyler Rund already has back-to-back strikeouts in this inning. That one comes inside. Might have hit Sandoval, but nothing there. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Tyler Rund finding his groove now, hopefully placing that fastball where it needs to be. He's had a couple of great located breaking balls, and the changeup is always in his back pocket if he needs it. Ball and a strike. That was the changeup. That's going to be dribbled out in front of the mound. Tyler Rund comes up with it. Close play at the bag, but they get him. Tyler Rund Great way to get out of that inning. The Mustangs leave two stranded, no runs come across. Still tied at 1. We head now to the bottom half of the third. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires. GP Nuggets TV live on GrantsPassNuggets.com. Basendorf, Calabro, Dinkle to lead things off for the Nuggets in the bottom half of the third inning. Still up against Buchanan, Brady Buchanan that is. He got through his first inning, giving up 1 run on 3 hits. Didn't strike out or walk anyone. A big breaking ball there gets Basendorf started with ball 1. Remind you here, in 1 inning's time, bottom of the 4th inning, we're going to have Cade King joining us here down the first base line. He's going to help me call an inning. We're going to ask him a few questions, and of course, stay tuned. Cade King in the bottom of the 4th inning joining us on the broadcast. Ball and a strike to Basendorf. Watches that one, 2-1. Basendorf 0 for 1 his first time through in this game. Basendorf hitting .329 on the season. Again, I mentioned a little bit of a cold spell, but hopefully breaking out of it. Trying to lead things off here. He gets the 2-1 from Buchanan. It's a breaking ball that doesn't have enough spin on it. 3-1. That one's hit in the air and will be out of play into the Nuggets dugout. Count runs full, 3-2, nobody out. Basendorf leading things off in the top of the third inning. Following him is going to be Peyton Calabro and Colby Dinkle. Tied with the Mustangs 1 apiece. Trying to break the tie. Hopefully come away with the split against the Mustangs. Medford has taken 2 of the 3 meetings so far, including a win tonight. Basendorf fouls that one off. A win earlier tonight in the first of 2 in the doubleheader, an 11-6 victory for the Mustangs. Try the full count one more time. See what Basendorf is looking for here. Got to fight off a close pitch, but also 3-2. He's going to watch that one in the dirt. Ball 4. Basendorf gets aboard to start things off in the third. Now we'll bring up Peyton Calabro. Calabro got on with a 2-out double his first time through. It's been an extra base hit threat all season. He's hit 7 doubles. Calabro 7 doubles and 2 triples. And he gets one lifted there into right field. That one will not drop. That'll bring up Colby Dinkle. Dinkle hit a line drive to Zach Ankeny his first time through. Ankeny made an incredibly athletic catch, jumping and snagging that one out of midair. That one is grounded towards Zach Ankeny. Hop, he tags the bag, the spin and throw in time. Zach Ankeny does it again to Colby Dinkle. An inning-ending double play. We're still tied at 1 as we head to the top half of the 4th inning. Don't go anywhere. In the bottom half of the inning, we're going to be joined by Nuggets star pitcher Cade King. So stick with us on the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires, GP Nuggets TV live on GrantsPassNuggets.com. Top of the 4th inning. Bennett Smith getting things let off for Medford Mustangs. He sends that one high into right field, going back and making the catch. Anhorn by the McDonald sign for the first out. So that brings up Dylan Marsh. He struck out his first time through. Strike 1 to him now. Zach Ankeny waiting on deck. Take a quick look at our totals now. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. They've left 2 runners on for the Medford Mustangs. For the Grants Pass Nuggets, 1 run on 5 hits. They've committed 1 error. They've left 4 runners on base to this point in the ballgame. Three balls and 1 strike to Dylan Marsh. Again, he struck out his first time through. Tyler Rund has struck out 4 already in the game. Tyler Rund with the 3-1. That one will miss in the dirt. Ball 4. Four walks, 4 strikeouts for Tyler Rund. 1 out into the the top of the 4th inning. And that'll bring up Zach Ankeny, who walked and then was caught stealing. Tyler Rund coming set. That one's hit sharply on the ground past the diving glove of Calabro at third. The play at third, Calabro unable to corral that one. So it'll be a base hit. Ankeny advances on the throw. Marsh moves to third. with 1 out in the inning. And that'll bring up Tavin Passy, who flew out his first time through. See what run comes up with here, starting against the catcher, Passy. That one hit high into the air. Shallow center field. Coming on strong is Dinkle. And they will let that one drop between 3 of them. The throw to the plate not in time. And the Nuggets let that one drop between Dinkle, Bassendorf, and Anhorn. So 1 run comes around to score. Runners at the corners now. At first, it's Passy, and at third, it's Ankeny and Jeremiah Huffman. The only man who's got a base hit tonight. Steps up to the plate now. He singled back in the third. Taking strike 1 there. Oh and 1 with 1 out. Runners at the corners. Run the move to first. Emmett keeps that one in front of him, and diving back safely is Passy. Reminder, next half ending when the Nuggets are up, we're going to be joined by the former ace pitcher of the Nuggets, Cade King. He's been out with an injury, but he's lucky enough to, I'm lucky enough to be able to have him join us on the broadcast here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So stay tuned for that. Cade King in the bottom of the 4th inning joining us in this broadcast. Ball and a strike to Jeremiah Huffman. That one looked like it missed low, but it's going to be called strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes to Huffman. Again, he's 1 for 1 tonight. The pitch from Run to breaking ball is going to be fouled off. A great pitch from Run. Broke that one off perfectly. But arguably an even better job from Huffman being able to fight that one off. Count still 1-2. See what Huffman looks at here. His run is set. He kicks and he fires a fastball, swung on and missed. That's Tyler Runn's 5th strikeout of the night. That brings up Josh Baptiste. Baptiste walked his first time around and was left out there at second. Baptiste from North Medford High School, graduating next year, a senior to be for the Black Tornado. Sharing the same league as Tyler Runn's former high school, the Grants Pass Cavemen, pardon me. The Cavemen tomorrow, the single A team, play a doubleheader against South Coos, the Marshfield team. On 1. Run kicks, fires a breaking ball. That one will come in the zone after a great bit of movement to that pitch. Rund ahead in the count, 0-2 to Josh Baptiste. Baptiste graduating next year from North Medford High School, as I mentioned. Grants Pass High School, no returning Cavemen from this year to next year's team, but a lot of guys graduating from Grants Pass, including our guest next half inning, graduating from Grants Pass this past spring, Kate King. A couple guys out there in the field as well. Peyton Calabro, Sean Tobin, Colby Dinkle, also Grants Pass High School graduates this past school year. Ball and a strike to Baptiste. That one blocked by Gilliland. A fantastic job there. At first base for the Mustangs, it's Passy. Third base for them is Zach Ankeny. And at the plate still is Josh Baptiste. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Tyler Rund coming set. Trying to find a put-away pitch. He's missed the past couple times on good pitches. That one a fastball. Bounce towards second base. Past the glove of Sean Tobin. It's going to bring home a run. Ankeny will score, making it a 3-1 ball game. That'll bring us back to the top of the order for Darren Marsh. 0 for 1. He's walked and struck out so far. One of the 5 casualties from the right arm of Tyler Rund. The breaking ball will find the zone for strike 1. Mustangs have pushed 2 across in this inning already. One most recently off the base hit from Josh Baptiste. The other on the error in center field. Passy credited with the RBI. That one will be sliced foul by the hitting cage down the right field line. Oh, 2. That one might have been a changeup from Rund. Will miss high. 1-2. That one bounced out to Bassendorf. The throw to first, almost picked out of the dirt from Mehmet, but it'll roll to the fence. One more run coming in to score is Passy. One more run comes in to score. Now there's runners at first and second. At second, it's going to be Darren Marsh. At third, it's Josh Baptiste. And that'll bring up Bennett Thompson. That one, strike 1, a beautiful pitch from Tyler Rund. Another breaking pitch called for strike 2. Tyler Rund has pitched great. The 4 runs that have come across, none of them earned against Tyler Rund. He's pitched great so far. The 0-2, a fastball. That one's hit right back to Tyler Rund. He's going to glove that one, toss it to Mehmet to end the inning. 3 runs do come across, though, for the Mustangs in this half inning on 2 base hits. They lead 4-1 over the Nuggets. Stick with us, folks. Next half inning, we're going to be joined by Grants Pass Nugget player Cade King. Stick with us on the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires, GP Nuggets TV, GrantsPassNuggets.com. Welcome back to the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires. 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Mustangs lead the Nuggets. I'm joined now by, former ace of the team, Cade King, out with an injury. Can you tell us a little bit about kind of what happened there?
Yeah, so during the Roseburg game up there when we played them, I was pitching and everything felt fine and stuff like that. And then just towards the later innings, once I was getting up in pitches, my arm was starting to hurt quite a bit, and I was just like, I didn't really think much of it. I just thought my arm was just sore from pitching, so many pitches and stuff like that. And then after the games were over, I just kept continuing to have pain. And then so I decided to get checked on it because I thought it was right, and went to go talk to Bence and found out my labrum was torn. So it was a tough loss and not being able to play the rest of the season.
So it was that long from the Roseburg game to when you finally found out you had surgery? Because you still tried to play a couple games, it felt like.
Yeah. So we didn't really know, but we found out that the labrum was torn from the Roseburg game till probably a week prior to surgery. But I played in the rest of the Roseburg series. I played in a couple games up in Eugene. Just kind of trying to keep the arm a little bit rested. But from what Dr. Ben said, he said that the tear could have been from, a long time ago, just from all the overuse. Right.
Well, that's rough, man. So now you've just been kind of sidelined, kind of rough watching your team, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's tough. Being a baseball player all my life, it's really tough just having to sit in the dugout and watch, and it's killing me not being out there.
So we'll get back into the action. Peyton Anhorn now stepping in. He's 1 for 1. He came around and scored back in the second. 1 out already for the Nuggets. Runner at second is Jacob Mehmet. Still on the mound for the Mustangs is Buchanan. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball for Anhorn. Makes it a ball and a strike. So your Nuggets season over, Cade. What are your plans after, you graduated high school this last spring? What are your plans moving forward?
So I'll be going up to Albany, Oregon. I'll be playing at Lynn Benton Community College. As far as my recovery goes, I'm not yet sure where I'll be coming into the spring, but I hope to be fully recovered and I'll be back pitching in the spring.
So what made you decide on Lynn Benton?
I just really like the coaching staff. All the coaches were really nice when I met him. Coach PD is really cool. He's new to the head coaching spot this year, but he was an assistant last year, and just overall a great guy. He's helped out at Oregon State a little bit, so he knows stuff from them. Talked to Casey, good friends with him, so it's just really cool, getting to know him, and I just felt the best connection there, along with some of the guys that I know there.
Awesome. So Anhorn aboard with a single. That brings up Blake Hollingsworth, who's 1 for 1. Now, I didn't really know much about Hollingsworth coming into the season, but just from watching him, he hits a ground ball there. Oh, it might be a double play. Oh, the throw goes wild. 1 run comes in to score for the Nuggets, and they chip away at this game. It's 4-2. That'll put runners at first and second. But back to Hollingsworth, it seems like he's kind of the jokester in the dugout. he's got a knuckleball on the mound. Like, we could start with that, right?
Yeah, man. He's a great time to be around. He always keeps everyone happy. He's always got something to say that's gonna make everyone laugh. He's always doing something out on the field that's gonna make everyone laugh. He's a good guy.
And besides that, I mean, he's still competitive on the mound out there too.
Oh yeah, he is. He's one of the most competitive guy. He hates losing. He hates just when things don't go his way. He's a great guy to watch out there.
So now it's Sean Tobin, who's 1 for 1. He's going to watch strike one there. So you being from Grants Pass High, a lot of these Medford guys from North and South, kind of, for people who might not know from your side, what's the rivalry between Grants Pass and Medford like from, a player who plays in the summer and then also during the school year?
It's pretty big rivalry. I mean, you always want to beat them. That's the main goal. But I know a lot of these guys, and I'm pretty good buddies with a lot of them. But when it's on the field, it's all out there. I mean,
between the lines, it changes.
Oh, it changes between the lines a lot. It's win or lose. You gotta throw that friendship away. You gotta just leave everything out on the field.
So Tobin goes down on strikes for the second casualty in the inning. Back to the top of the order for Tyler Rund. Now, Tyler Rund, kind of the dark horse. You don't hear a lot from him, from us guys. He doesn't talk a lot to, guys like the Courier or to us. He's kind of soft-spoken, but he gets the job done every time. I mean, what is it like being a teammate with him?
He's a really humble guy. He likes to, he's very talented, obviously, probably one of the best players we got on the team, but he likes to keep everything to himself. He's not a huge media head. He loves to play the game baseball, and he loves competing. He loves everything like that, but he loves to keep things to himself. It makes him succeed.
Behind the count, 0-1. Again, we're joined here with Cade King, if you're just joining us, the former ace pitcher of the Nuggets, out with an injury. Joining us here, lucky to have him. Besides baseball, man, I mean, you follow professional sports other than that. What are your interests outside of baseball?
Oh man, I like to snowboard. No, obviously that won't become no I'll be out
yeah,
of that too,
all right.
But, just like watching MLB, stuff like that. Baseball takes a lot of my life.
Who's your team?
I'm the Sox fan.
Ooh.
Sox.
All right. We might have something to talk about here. I'm a Dodgers fan.
Oh, no.
Tyler Rund going to bring home 1 run. The throw goes wild. Rund able to move back up to second. So a 2-strike, 2-out RBI single. Let's just score it 4-3. What are you thinking, King?
Oh man, I think Nugs are making a comeback.
Gotta hope on it.
Oh man, we got Nick up. Great guy to have up in this spot. Hey, what up, Papa?
So Hollingsworth at third. Rund is at second. Singled and then advanced on the throw in. Nuggets only down by 1. And Nick Bassendorf up at the plate. Brady Buchanan fires in that one. It'll miss high. Ball 1. So you mentioned Bassendorf, a great guy to have up into this situation. Why do you say that specifically about him?
Yeah, he always seems to come up in the right spots. He's a big time player. I mean, you can sleep on him all you want, but this kid's gonna come up and he's gonna do damage.
I mean, because you say that. I mean, we've seen him on stream a couple times. The past week, he's been in a bit of a cold stretch. I asked him about it. He said for him it's most of a mental game. But, as as a good hitter on this team, you just got to kind of go up there and not really think too much and just try to do something.
Yeah, a lot of times kids get in their head and stuff like that. And it's definitely a mental game. Yeah.
That will end the inning. 2 runs do come across for the Nuggets. They're only down by 1. I've been joined by Cade King this half inning. Maybe you'll join us for the 5th. Maybe you won't. We'll talk about it a little bit later. 4-3 in the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, heading to the top of the 5th inning. You're watching it on GP Nuggets TV live on GrantsPassNuggets.com.
Your concrete supplies are available at Riverside Ready Mix Incorporated. Get everything from bolts to rebar. Ensure you have the quality supplies you need to get the job done. Get ready mixed concrete delivered right to your home or business. We have over 50 years of experience supplying quality concrete. Are you in need of a new septic or water tank? Call us for an appointment to take advantage of our exceptional precast septic and water tank sales. Call now.
To the top of the fifth inning we go on the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires, GP Nuggets TV, GrantsPassNuggets.com. I'd like to thank Cade King one more time for joining us on the broadcast in the bottom of the fourth inning. Can't thank him enough, giving us some insight onto the team, and a great guy to have in the broadcast. Again, thank you to Cade King. Ryan Sandoval, Bennett Smith, and Dylan Marsh leading things off against the new pitcher for the Nuggets, Andy Lacey. Lacey finishing up his warm-up pitches, coming in for Tyler Rund, who pitched 4 innings. Only gave up 2 hits. 4 runs came across, none of them earned against Tyler Rund. He pitched a great game. He struck out 5 and he walked 4. Blake Hollingsworth comes in from the field as the defensive changes. We'll start to roll him out for you. Tyler Rund moves to center. Colby Dinkle to left. As Tyler Rund comes in for the mound, goes to center field. Blake Hollingsworth comes in. He was in left field. Will come in the batting order for Hollingsworth as well. First pitch to Thompson. He's 0 for 2. The first opportunity he's had to face Andy Lacey. Lacey comes into this appearance with a 6.7 ERA, but that doesn't speak to the kind of competitor he is on the mound out there. He'll get frustrated with himself sometimes, but if he's able to throw strikes, he's definitely up there in terms of, dominance in this league. But Lacey's problem has just been trying to keep his emotions under tap and throwing strikes as he gets one across there, 2-1. But I'm sure, the Nuggets coaching staff, Jeff Weiss, Coach Sanford, Josh D'Amico, always like to see the fire in the player for sure. Even if it, can cause him to be wild sometimes. You can always fix that as he comes back with a hard fastball, 2-2. But the competitive drive of Andy Lacey is definitely something you have to see in person. And following this team around all summer, it's definitely something that he's a competitive ball player. The 2-2. A breaking ball swung on and missed. Lacey, it's the first guy swinging. And that'll bring up Bennett Smith. Breaking ball. Lacey leaning on the curveball a little bit here. That's 3 in a row. But it's a good curveball from Lacey. You'll see the traditional fastball, curveball changeup from him, but Lacey likes to stick around the fastball, curveball duo a lot more. He'll use the changeup if he has to. The 0-1 to the left-handed hitter, Bennett Smith. Lacey finding his pitch. Smith will call time. That one. Changeup that misses wide. Ball 1. Count goes even. Top of the 5th inning. Medford leads Grants Pass 4-3. Nuggets making a comeback in that last inning, scoring a couple runs, but that one high and tight. Ball 2. They still trail by 1. It's up to Lacey to try to keep that lead where it is for the bottom half of the inning. Once the Nuggets get there, it's going to be Calabro, Dinkle, and Mehmet. 3, 4, 5. Definitely the guys you want up to start a rally if you're the Nuggets. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Bennett Smith has struck out once tonight already in the first inning against Tyler Rund. One of the 5 guys to go down swinging against the big right-hander from Grants Pass. That one will miss low. Count runs full, 3-2. One out walk issued to Smith. And that'll bring up Dylan Marsh. He struck out and walked to this point in the ballgame. That one is hit hard into left field. Is going to bounce in front of Colby Dinkle for a base hit. Dylan Marsh got a good piece of that one for a one-out single. And that'll bring up Zach Ankeny. He's been the defensive player of the game for sure, as he's walked and singled so far in this game. Lacey comes set, kicks, fires a big breaking ball, will find the zone for strike one. That, a very high strike one. The 0-1 from Lacey. Another big breaking ball finds the zone. Lacey ahead 0-2. We'll see what Lacey comes with. The 0-2. The Crater Comet senior to be as he comes set. A fastball swung on and missed, the second out in the inning. That'll bring up Taven Passy. Score update between Roseburg and Klamath Falls. The Falcons lead the Docs 7-3 after 6 innings. Big breaking ball called, strike one. Now on a high fastball is going to miss to Passy. He reached on an error his last time. Credit him with an RBI as well. That breaking ball finds the zone. 1-2. The strike zone seems to be getting bigger as the night goes on. But Lacey taking full advantage. It's a 1-2 count. He's been able to find the ever-expanding strike zone with his curveball. We'll see what he comes with now with the 1-2. Fastball swung on, fouled back into the glove of Gilliland for strike three. Lacey strikes out the side, leaves two stranded. Medford Mustangs still lead 4-3. We head to the bottom half of the fifth. Middle of the order due up for the Nuggets 3-4-5 when we come back on the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires on GP Nuggets TV live on GrantsPassNuggets.com.
Your life story is more than the things you do. It's a story built on the moments you make today and the impact you have on others. How big is your story going to be? Live your legend.
Take a test ride on a true American legend at DNS Harley-Davidson.
Welcome back to the bottom of the fifth inning from Grants Pass. The Medford Mustangs lead the Grants Pass Nuggets 4-3. Due up in this inning is going to be Peyton Calabro, Colby Dinkle, and Jacob Memmott. 3-4-5 as they try to get the rally started. They're only down by one. Definitely doable for the Nuggets as Brady Buchanan stays on the mound for Medford. Take one more look around the state as we'll take a brief look at our Timber Country Area 4 Coca-Cola standings, and then we'll take a bigger look around the state. The Eugene Challengers clinching the championship last night, a win over Willamette Valley. The Challengers finished 16-4. The Titans finished 15-5, a second-place finish. They will host a super regional at the Hamlin Sports Complex in Springfield. Calabro gets a hold of that one, sends it into left field, but just under it, as he will be the first out of the inning. Besides the top two from north of the state, the Roseburg Dock Stewarts, who are trailing the Klamath Falls Falcons right now, are 9-10 on the season. The Medford Mustangs also 9-10. The Grants Pass Nuggets are 6-13. The Klamath Falls Falcons are 3-16. The only other Area 4 game going on tonight is the Roseburg Dock Stewarts are hosting the Klamath Falls Falcons. That's the only other league game, as tonight is the end of the regular season in Area 4. This is game 20 of 20 for both of these squads. Grants Pass has hosted their final 6 games. Klamath Falls has traveled for their final 10. The Medford Mustangs, they played Roseburg last night and are here tonight. The Mustangs were swept by the Docks, a 5-4 walk-off victory for Roseburg, and then they continued the dominance, pounding the Mustangs 10-0 in 5 innings last night. That one's fouled off as well. Dinkle is 0 for 2. Take a look at the Greater Oregon area. The Bend Elks, they are wrapping up a 3-game road trip at Yakima tonight. As we look at minor league baseball, the Eugene Emeralds in the midst of a 6-game series against the Hillsboro Hops as Dinkle is retired. They'll play 3 in Eugene, 3 in Hillsboro. Before that, the Emeralds beat Boise 8-1, and Boise tonight playing the Salem Kaiser Volcanoes, the affiliate of the San Francisco Giants. The Eugene Emeralds, affiliate of the Chicago Cubs Major League Baseball team, and the Hillsboro Hops, affiliates of the Arizona Diamondbacks Major League Baseball team. A breaking ball finds the zone to Jake Memmott. Another breaking ball going to find the zone for Jacob Memmott. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out and has walked to this point in the ballgame. We'll see what he does here, what his two-strike approach is like. Memmott settles back in. Swing and a miss. That will retire the side. 4-3 the score. The Medford Mustangs are leading. We head now to the top of the 6th inning. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires. GP Nuggets TV live on GrantsPassNuggets.com.
Experience the Rogue River aboard this historical adventure full of wildlife and the breathtaking views of the legendary Hellgate Canyon. Our 2-hour, 36-mile Hellgate jetboat excursion offers you the best of the Rogue as we weave through the high-walled canyons and spot eagles, deer, and otter, all while your pilot shares the fascinating history of the wild and scenic Rogue River. The quick and scenic tour with Hellgate Jetboat Excursions. Book yours now at hellgate.com, where your adventure awaits.
Welcome back to the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires, GP Nuggets TV, live on GrantsPassNuggets.com. We now take a look at our totals, courtesy of Timber Country Coca-Cola. For the Medford Mustangs, they've got 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors for them. They've left 5 runners on base. For the Grants Pass Nuggets, 3 runs on 8 hits. They've committed 2 errors. They've also only left 5 runners on base. Andy Lacey continuing to do the pitching for the Grants Pass Nuggets. 2 up in this inning for the Mustangs is going to be Jeremiah Huffman, Josh Baptiste, and Darren Marsh. 8, 9, and 1 in the lineup for the Mustangs this half inning. And if you missed it earlier this broadcast, in the bottom of the 4th, we visited with Cade King. I'd like to thank him one more time for joining us on GP Nuggets TV on GrantsPassNuggets.com. So Lacey going to start things off against Jeremiah Huffman. One away in the inning will bring up Josh Baptiste. That one hit on the ground. Calabro snags that one out of the ground. The play at first, Mehmet. Oh my goodness, just came off the bag. Just barely, if that. Baptiste aboard. Brings up Darren Marsh. Very close play at the bag. But Mehmet pulled his foot. It looked like he might have stuck it on there, but I've got a bad angle on it. And it brings up Darren Marsh. Pitch from Lacey. A breaking ball blocked by Gilliland. See what Lacey comes with now. Ball, no strikes. Fastball, that one's going to be sliced foul. That one will miss high. 2-1. Four to 3 the score. We're in the top of the 6th. The Mustangs putting 1 run up in the top of the 1st, then adding 3 more in the 4th. For the Grants Pass Nuggets, they added 1 run in the 2nd, and then 2 more in the 4th inning as well. That's how we get to our 4 to 3 score. Move to first. Back safely is Baptiste. He reached on an error. Another move. He's back safely. Count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. See what Lacey comes with here. He's already got a couple guys struck out in the full count pitch. He's got 3 already, only through 1 inning of work. Now one will miss low. The walk awarded to Darren Marsh. So at second, it's Baptiste. At first, it's Marsh. 1 out in the inning. And that brings up Bennett Thompson. He's 0 for 2. He does have an RBI, though, with the ground out in the first. As I mentioned, Lacey, a fierce competitor out there on the mound, but he does give up his fair share of walks if he gets frustrated with himself. It's just up to him to figure out, the center within himself and hopefully get back to throwing strikes. He kicks and fires there. That one will miss low. 2-0. Lacey coming set with the 2-0. The pitch to Thompson will miss way high. Three and 0. That one finds the zone. Lacey firing back a 3-1 count now. See if Lacey can try to battle back. He's gotten the first step down. He's got to do it 2 more times. 3-1 with 1 out. Runners at first and second. That one will find not the zone. It's been called a strike before, but it'll load the bases. So with the visit to the mound, we'd like to take a minute to thank Mox Ford down on Southeast 6th Street for sponsoring our Mox Ford drive of the game, which so far has been the Nuggets' 4th inning as they got 2 runs across as they try to attempt a comeback. They still trail 4-3, but the Mox Ford drive of the game thus far came in the 4th inning for the Nuggets. They've got 2 runs across in that inning. The big hit for the Nuggets in the 4th, coming off the bat of Tyler Rund, an RBI single for him. So again, thanks to Mock Ford and Mock Ford drive of the game. Gonna have a new pitcher on the mound for the Nuggets. We're gonna take a break here. Nick Bassendorf coming in. We'll get the rest of the changes for you coming up on the Oregon California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires. GP Nuggets TV, GrandsPassNuggets.com. Bassendorf wrapping up his warm-up pitches. He inherits a bases-loaded situation with one out. And the middle of the order ahead of him, Ryan Sandoval leading things off in a 4-3 ball game. That one will miss outside to start things off to Sandoval. Bassendorf, a 1.16 ERA. He's only had a couple of appearances, only 2 on record so far. He's pitched 6 innings, and he's only given up 1 earned run. That breaking ball will miss. Bassendorf comes in relief of Andy Lacey, who now finds himself at second base. Sean Tobin moves over to short. Your defensive changes for the Nuggets. 2-1. That one, a swing and a miss, runs the count even at 2-2. Lacey only pitched 1 1/3 innings. He only gave up 1 hit. He is, however, responsible for the 3 men out there on the bases right now. That's Sandoval at first, Marsh at second, and Baptiste at third. That one will be fouled back. Count remains 2-2. Bassendorf kicks, fires, a breaking ball is hit. Tobin gloves it. The throw to first, not in time. So it'll be an infield single for Sandoval, and he will drive home an RBI. Five to 3 now. Bennett Smith 0 for the day. He's He's 0 for 2 with a walk as well. The breaking ball will be called strike 1. Smith, the only left-handed hitter in this iteration of the Mustangs lineup. They had 2 in the first game. That's a fastball that's sent fair down the the right field line. 1 run comes around to score. Make it 2 as they wave around Thompson. A 1-out, 2 RBI double. Seven to 3 now. Brings up Dylan Marsh, who's struck out and singled so far this game. That one's going to be a breaking ball that finds the outside part of the zone, 0-1. So those 3 runs that have come in this inning all belong to Andy Lacey. Only one of them's earned. But now the 2 men in scoring position, that's Thompson and Marsh, both belong to Bassendorf. That one is sliced down the left field line. Will end up foul. 0-2. Good block by Gilliland, keeping it in front of him. I shouldn't say one of the anymore. I think he is the best defensive catcher in our league, and one of the best in the state, I think is how we're going to say it now, because Gilliland impresses me more and more every game with his determination behind the plate. The 1-2 will be fouled back. Count remains there. That'll miss high. Count runs even at 2. That's a breaking ball that's popped straight up. Gilliland will have room. Oh, he makes the play, falling backwards. A fantastic play by Gilliland. And backing up, what I say, even more. That's the second out in the inning. That's the second out of the inning. Breaking ball. Gilliland does a beautiful job framing that one, 0-1. The 0-1 from Bassendorf. That one is going to be chopped up the middle. Tobin able to glove that one. Throw to first in time. The third out of the inning. The Mustangs do push across 3 in the inning on 1 base hit. They lead 7-3. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires, GP Nuggets TV, GrantsPassNuggets.com. Welcome back to the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires. Bottom of the 6th inning. Due up for the Nuggets as they try to put something together. They're only trailing by 4 is going to be the middle of the order. Ike Gilliland. Following him is going to be Peyton Anhorn. And then Blake Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth coming out, so it'll be Andy Lacey in his place. Buchanan starts things out with the ball. Gilliland will foul that one off, moves the count to 2-1. Gilliland takes that one into the outfield. That'll get down for a base knock. Starting things out with a single, his first of the day, makes him 1 for 3. Final from Roseburg, the Docs walk off Klamath Falls. It's their second walk-off in 2 nights as they win 8-7. last night they walked off these Medford Mustangs 5-4. So the Docs have clinched a playoff spot. They will be playing Corvallis in the Super Regional. They'll be traveling for that one. We'll give you a better picture after the game tonight. But with a win here, Medford would also be traveling for their Super Regional. And off the old dome, I can't quite remember who they'll be facing. But, of course, we'll get you that information in the post-game show as that one's lifted out into right field. Making the catch. Gilliland heads back for the first out. And the sprinklers come on again. Same time as last night, 10:41. Second time. And same time as last night. So we're going to take a break here on GP Nuggets TV, GrandsPassNuggets.com. And stick with us. We'll get you back once these sprinklers get turned off here at the All Sports Park. Right now, as we leave you 7-3 with the runner on first for Grants Pass. So stick with us again on GP Nuggets TV, GrandsPassNuggets.com. Welcome back to the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires. The sprinkler delay is over, and the Medford Mustangs lead 7-3. Gilliland is on first. At the plate, it's going to be Andy Lacey, left-handed batter for the Nuggets. He's going to try to continue the rally that Gilliland started out in the beginning of the inning. He's doing battle against Brady Buchanan. Breaking ball will miss wide, a ball and a strike. Buchanan fires in a fastball, will find the zone. Strike two. Lacey swings at the 1-2 pitch and sends it into center field. A base hit. Gilliland moves to second. Lacey to first. The Nuggets are in business here in the bottom of the sixth. That'll bring up Sean Tobin. Tobin has singled and struck out so far. Tobin then runned as the Nuggets try to not save it all for the 7th. They're down by 4. If they can maybe split the deficit in half, they might be in good shape for the 7th inning. Pitch from Buchanan, a breaking ball will find the zone, strike 2. Tobin now, a 2-strike approach. We'll see what he does here. It's 0-2. Tobin, a decent 2-strike hitter, has struck out once tonight so far. We'll see what he can do against Buchanan. Kicks, fires a breaking ball, a miss high. The 1-2 from Buchanan. A changeup caught the outside part of the plate. It's Tobin looking. Second strikeout of the night for Buchanan. Both of them are Sean Tobin. Brings us to the top of the order for Tyler Rund. Tyler Rund is 2 for 3 with an RBI tonight, coming in the 4th inning. He's got a good opportunity here to try to drive in a couple more. A ball in the gap might just do that. He gets a hold of that one and sends it into left field. They're going to wave Gilliland home. The play at the plate. It's a close one. The ball goes wild. Gilliland dives in safely. It's a 7-4 ball game. That's Tyler Rund's second RBI of the night. He's done a good job today. That's our new mock forward drive of the game. 1 run here in the late innings. Now with 2 runners in scoring position for the man who's taken over the pitching duties for Grants Pass tonight, Nick Bastendorf. We'll see what he can do to try to help his own cause here. A couple of RBIs waiting out there for him. Would go a long way, but with 2 outs in the inning, 1 strike on him, Bastendorf has to have the right approach up there. Kate King, who joined us in the broadcast earlier, said Bastendorf, not a guy you want to sleep on in the clutch situations. We'll see what he can come up with here. That'll be a ground ball. Ankeny slides over, makes the throw. Again and again, Zach Ankeny making a beautiful play at short, this time to end the inning. The Nuggets do push 1 across. They leave 2 stranded. They trail 7-4 as we head to the 7th. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week. Powered by Les Schwab Tires, GP Nuggets TV, GrantsPassNuggets.com.
Your concrete supplies are available at Riverside Ready Mix Incorporated. Get everything from bolts to rebar. Ensure you have the quality supplies you need to get the job done. Get ready mixed concrete delivered right to your home or business. We have over 50 years of experience supplying quality concrete. Are you in need of a new septic or water tank? Call us for an appointment to take advantage of our exceptional precast septic and water tank sales. Call now.
Welcome back, GP Nuggets TV, GrantsPassNuggets.com. 7-4 the score. We're in the 7th inning. Bastendorf on the mound. Due up in this inning for the Mustangs. He's going to have to face Taven Passy, Jeremiah Huffman, and Josh Baptiste. Bassendorf gets his first chance to work out of the windup here. We'll see what he does. His first pitch is a breaking ball. That's going to be slapped down the first base line. Mehmet is able to glove it. The race to first is in Mehmet's favor, the first out of the inning. One pitch, one out to begin things here in the seventh, and that'll bring up Jeremiah Huffman, who's 1 for 3 so far tonight. He singled back in the third, was left stranded out there. Called strike one. Now one will be looked at for strike two. Bassendorf getting ahead of Jeremiah Huffman. See what Nick comes with here with the 0-2. A breaking ball will be fouled back. Count remains 0-2. Bassendorf from the windup gets the sign from Gilliland, kicks, fires, misses. 1-2. The 1-2 is a curveball that gets looked at. Oh, just barely misses for ball two. That might have been called a strike in the earlier innings. Strike zone's moved around a couple times. Full count. Credit to Huffman for battling back. He was down 0-2. Now it's 3-2. The full count pitch from Bassendorf. That'll miss high. Brings up Josh Baptiste. First walk issued by Bassendorf. Baptiste has reached on an error. He's also got an RBI single to his name so far. Besides that, he walked. He gets ahead here, Bassendorf does, for strike one. Ball and a strike to Baptiste. Medford Mustangs with the win here will get a berth into the Super Regional playoffs. They are the 5-time reigning state champions. They have the most state championships in Oregon American Legion history with 16. Ball and a strike to Baptiste. That one will be fouled back. Baptiste, a part of last year's championship team. They won it on a forfeit against Albany. There was a whole thing with Albany last year, not worth really getting into, but Medford winning the state championship last year on a forfeit. This year have dropped down to 4th place in the standings as Baptiste goes down on strikes. Top of the order now, Darren Marsh. First pitch to him, misses. Marsh has been on base twice today. Pardon me, 3 times. 2 walks. He reached on an error in the 4th. Besides that, he struck out. That one's hit high into the air. Should end the inning. Dink will make the catch to end the inning. To the bottom of the 7th we go. The Nuggets are down by 3. They look to close out the season with the win. Will they do so? Well, we'll find out when we come back on the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires. GP Nuggets TV live, GrantsPassNuggets.com. Welcome back to the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires. GP Nuggets TV live, GrantsPassNuggets.com. Bottom of the 7th inning. The Grants Pass Nuggets need 3 to tie, 4 to win in the bottom of the 7th. New arm looking to close it out is Bennett Thompson. He comes in relief of Brady Buchanan, who pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 hits. He gave up 4 runs. He struck out 2 and he walked 2. And now it's up to Bennett Thompson, looking to close out the Nuggets. Peyton Calabro, Colby Dinkle, Jacob Memmott, the men to stand in his way. The Nuggets look for some fire to close out their season, as these could be the final 3 outs of the year for the Grants Pass Nuggets. So stepping in is going to be Peyton Calabro. He is 1 for 3 with a double in the first. We'll see what he can do to get started here. Calabro's come up in the clutch more than once this season. The first pitch from Thompson. Calabro dribbles that one. Will end up foul for strike 1. The 0-1 is looked at. A great breaking ball from Thompson, 0-2. Bennett Thompson from the windup. A fastball that's lifted high into the air into right field. That one might drop, and no, it will not. It'll be the first out of the inning. Calabro took his bat with him. He didn't think that one was going to drop at all. So Colby Dinkle, who's 0 for 3. That one is smashed into left field. Will get down for a base hit. Dinkle drops his bat and will wind up at first base. Twelfth base hit of the night for the Nuggets, bringing up Jacob Memmott. Righty versus righty. Memmott got the big swing. We'll see what he can do. Nuggets have been jumping all over the first couple pitches in the at-bat this inning. Dinkle swung at the first one he saw and ended up with a base hit into left. That one swung on and missed in the dirt. Strike 2. 0-2, one out. Runner at first is Dinkle. And there's going to be a little bit of a meeting at the mound. It looks like Thompson and the catcher might have a little bit of their signs confused. The 0-2 this time from Thompson. Swung on and missed. Goes down swinging. Jacob Mehmet, the second out in the inning. That brings up Ike Gilliland. Gilliland has come up in the clutch more than once this season as well, hitting .300. And he's got upwards of 20 RBIs on the season. So we'll see what he can come up with here. Colby Dinkle sitting at first. A ball in the gap will score him. Dinkle watches the first one for strike one. Pardon me, Gilliland watches it, not Dinkle. Dinkle's on first. Gilliland behind the count, 0-1. A great two-strike approach, though. We'll see what he can do here. Thompson comes set, kicks, fires, watches that one. Low, ball one. Move to first, Dinkle will get back safely. Seven to 4 in the bottom of the seventh inning. The 1-1 is wide, 2-1. So if Gilliland is able to get on, it'll bring up Peyton Anhorn. See what Gilliland looks at here with the 2-1. Swung on, it's hit sharply down the third base line. They're going to go to one for the sure out, but even that's not always a sure out, as that one will skip away. Gilliland reaches. Looks like he might have been able to beat it out anyway. We're going to give him the single. And that'll bring up Peyton Anhorn. The youngest player on the team now gets the biggest at-bat of the season. The final one with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Gilliland at first. Dinkle at second. And Anhorn, who is 2 for 3 on the night already. He's come up a couple of times. We'll see what he can do here. Base hits in the fourth and the second. The first pitch to him now is hit sharply, and that'll be just foul down the left field line. A great hit down the line, though, but again, will be foul. Anhorn, a good idea there, laying that one in the dirt. The 1-1 from Thompson. A curveball that finds the zone. Strike 2. Nuggets down to their final strike of the season. Swung on and missed, and that will do it for the game. A win for the Medford Mustangs, 7-4. We'll be right back with the Evergreen Federal Bank post-game show. That will end the season for the Nuggets. We'll wrap that all up for you when we return. A 7-4 win for the Medford Mustangs. Evergreen Federal Bank post-game show coming up on GP Nuggets TV, GrantsPassNuggets.com. Welcome back to the Evergreen Federal Bank postgame show. This one is over tonight. 7-4, the final for the Medford Mustangs. They have clinched a spot in the AAA American Legion Oregon State playoffs. We'll get to a little bit more about that. First, we're going to wrap this game up for you, though. Then we'll look at the bigger picture. Of course, 7 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 8 runners left on base for the visiting victors tonight, the Medford Mustangs. Grants Pass, they finished with 4 runs on 12 hits, 3 errors. They left 9 runners on base. The winning pitcher tonight is Brady Buchanan. He went 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs. He struck out 2 and walked 2. The losing pitcher tonight for the Grants Pass Nuggets is Tyler Rund. He went 4 innings, gave up just 2 hits, 4 runs, none of them earned. He struck out 5 and walked 4. A good outing for Rund, but of course getting the tough loss tonight for the Grants Pass Nuggets. As I mentioned, tonight the final game of the 2019 season for Grants Pass. They finish 6-13 in league play, 9-23 overall. The Medford Mustangs also wrapped up league play tonight. They finished 10-10 in league play, 26-20 overall. We'll go down from the top to the bottom. The league-winning Eugene Overhead Door Challengers, 16-4 overall this season. The Willamette Valley Titans now host a super regional spot, 15-5. The Roseburg Dock Stewards and the Medford Mustangs will both travel. The Klamath Falls Falcons get an immediate bid into the state tournament because they are the host team at Kiger Stadium. We'll give you a playoff picture when we come back. We continue the Evergreen Federal Bank postgame show from Agnew Lytle Field in Grants Pass. 7-4 the final when we continue the Evergreen Federal Bank postgame show on gpnuggets.com.
Two wheels, a little time to cut loose, and some buddies who had your back no matter what. Remember those adventures? Maybe it's time to make some new ones. Introducing the new Roadster. Live your legend.
Take a test ride on a true American legend at DNS Harley-Davidson.
Welcome back to the Evergreen Federal Bank postgame show, GP Nuggets TV, GrantsPassNuggets.com. 7-4 the final. The season is over for the Grants Pass Nuggets, but the Medford Mustangs do advance to the AAA state playoffs here in Oregon. Unofficially, at least what I have right now, they're going to be traveling to the Post 6 Portland Barbers from Zone 2 for their super regional matchup. The other matchups are Lake Ridge are going to be traveling to Salem, the Dodgers, who knocked out the Grants Pass Nuggets last year in the super regionals. Roseburg, who clinched their spot today, will be traveling to Corvallis, and the Kaiser Crushers from Zone 3 will travel to the second-place team from Area 4, the Willamette Valley Titans. That's how the Super Regionals are going to face up. As far as I have him here, as far as the state tournament goes, the Eugene Challengers get an immediate bid, as do the Klamath Falls Falcons, and the league champions from areas 2 and 3 go there as well. As far as I know, there is no final yet from those games, so I do not know who's going. But from Area 4, at the very least, it's going to be Eugene and Klamath Falls. For the Grants Pass Nuggets, though, again, their season is over. We'd like to thank all the people that helped us get this season on GP Nuggets TV, GrantsPassNuggets.com for you. I'd like to thank the following contributors and sponsors to GP Nuggets TV. That's Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions, People's Bank, Southern Oregon Sanitation, Riverside Ready Mix, Affordable Truck and RV, Grants Pass Tire Pros, CPI Copeland Paving, Jim Siegel Auto, Applegate Well Drilling, Evergreen Federal Bank, Mock Ford, Timber Country Coca-Cola, Les Schwab Tires, and DNS Harley-Davidson. Thanks to all those folks who made this season possible, at least to bring you the games online. Of course, you've been watching us all season. Be sure to patronize all those wonderful companies and people. One more time, Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions, People's Bank, Southern Oregon Sanitation, Riverside Ready Mix, Affordable Truck and RV, Grants Pass Tire Pros, CPI Copeland and Paving, Jim Siegel Auto, Applegate Well Drilling, Evergreen Federal Bank, Mock Ford, Timber Country Coca-Cola, Les Schwab Tires, and DNS Harley-Davidson for supporting us on our second campaign on YouTube and online at GP Nuggets TV, GrantsPassNuggets.com. As far as the Nuggets go, next year are saying goodbye to the following players who will not be joining them next year. Tyler Runn, Nick Bassendorf, and Cade King will not be joining the Nuggets next year. As far as we know, that's the only players who have run out of eligibility, so that's Nick Bassendorf, Tyler Runn, and Cade King. Cade King, I'd like to extend one more thank you to Cade King, who joined us in the bottom of the fourth inning, bringing us some insight to the Nuggets season and a little bit about what he's planning on doing in the future. Cade King for joining us in the bottom of the fourth inning. Thank you to him. And, of course, everyone else who's made this season possible, the Nuggets board, everyone at Post 28 American Legion here in Grants Pass. And, of course, the man who's really been putting on the show here at Agnew-Lytle Field, Jay Reese, who's helped us with PA. And, of course, getting the broadcasts live on GP Nuggets TV on GrantsPassNuggets.com. Hope you can join us next summer when we do this again, all over again. The Nuggets will be playing next year around the same time. No opening day set, no schedule set, but of course when it does, you'll hear it there first on GrantsPassNuggets.com. And of course go there as we follow the rest of Area 4 through the state tournament, and of course the state of Oregon through the Northwest Regional, and of course the American Legion World Series in North Carolina and Shelby, as that'll be where the American Legion World Series is held. You can get all the news on GrantsPassNuggets.com. GP Nuggets TV signing off is our last broadcast of the season. So I'd like to thank you one more time, the last time, for joining us on GP Nuggets TV, GrantsPassNuggets.com, produced by J. Reese Sports and PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Hope you enjoyed our live broadcast on GP Nuggets TV, online at GrantsPassNuggets.com. Be sure to share the rest of this season, and of course, all the archived replays. That's all we're going to have left up there, again, on GrantsPassNuggets.com. My thanks to first-year head coach Jeff Weiss for helping us make this place feel like home, and of course our opponents this evening, and all of the coaches in Area 4 tonight, specifically Coach Nate Mabin and the Medford Mustangs. It's our final broadcast of the season. This was our final presentation of the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires. Follow the rest of the state tournament action on GP Nuggets TV, live on GrantsPassNuggets.com. Super Regionals begin the 22nd and the 24th, which is Monday. So get all the news on GrantsPassNuggets.com. Once again, the final scores tonight, 11-6, and the one you saw here live, 7-4. Thank you for watching this season of Grants Pass Nuggets Baseball. I've been Josh Eldridge, the guy to bring it all to you, and good night from Grants Pass, Oregon.